Hey, riding side saddle, it's Lisa.
And Tammy.
And here we are. We're
Snacking.
We're still on break.
Still snacking on break. Is that what you do when you're on break? You snack?
Yeah, gets you in trouble.
Yeah, it does mess up your macros numbers if you're snacking on chips.
Speaking of macros, I made a really foolish decision. I made homemade Big Macs.
Oh, boy. How'd that go?
It was fucking delicious.
Yeah?
It was so good.
Yay.
I sent you pictures.
You did,
Yeah.
and it did look delicious.
It really did, but it absolutely screwed things up pretty good. But you know what?
Your macros, it
My
screwed
macros
up for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe for more than a day.
It did. It's all okay though.
Yeah.
Scott reminded me in that moment. He's like, you know what? You did it. You have
Yeah.
to let it go. I must have been just griping.
Oh, the remorse after you've eaten something.
Yes. Now it's too late.
Yeah, right. Now's a fine time to
what's
think
done
of it.
is done.
While I'm still licking the grease off my lips.
Exactly. So I did choose to deliberately decide that has to.
You just won't do that again.
Well, I might have a Mac, not a Big Mac. Right? Because
It was the double that got you.
Yep.
Oh.
It was the ground chuck burgers.
Yeah.
I didn't even
You just didn't think about it.
As foolish as that was, I got caught up in the 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese
Pickles, onions.
on a sesame seed bun. And I made the secret sauce by hand, and it tasted exactly like it.
Yay.
Like the only thing that I'm like, so, you have to have that little middle bun in there. So I had to cut a bun, like the top and the bottom off of it. So I just had the middle part. It was so much fun. It was ridiculous, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have to have some fun with your food too, though, don't you? It can't just be all carrots and,
Yes.
protein powder.
Scott was ecstatic about it. I think that's why I think I mentioned it, and he had fucking apple pies in his eyes, right? The McDonald's apple pies from when you were little.
Yeah.
And he would not stop talking about it.
Oh,
so
you had to do it.
Yeah. Then that, I don't see him usually get that excited about food either.
No.
So then we had to do it, and it was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
We made French fries, homemade French fries.
Oh, fun.
Out of, just a potato. Just sliced them up the size of
fries.
McDonald's fries. Yeah. And put them in the air fryer.
Is that called julienne? Is that the term?
It was shoestring size.
Oh, really little.
Like McDonald's French fries. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
It does sound like fun.
That was a lot of talking about Big Macs. Anyway, we're on snacks.
That's how it happened. Snacks. Big Mac snacks.
Right.
Yeah.
Big Mac snack attack.
Right.
I didn't have a Big Mac attack, though.
Oh.
Which,
when you have the real Big Mac.
oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot even get out of the restaurant.
No.
It
hits you pretty quick, does it? Oof.
Oh, yeah. It's been a very long time for that exact reason.
Yeah.
So we didn't have any Big Mac attacks.
Well, that's good. That's good. You just attacked the Big Mac.
I did. Yeah, it was the other way around this time.
That's cute. Well, it's winter in Wisconsin. We're just kind of hunkering in. The holidays are over. The new year has started. And so we're just, being quiet for a little bit.
Trying to manage through the 875 days of January.
Yeah.
It is.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Honestly.
I do not know.
This year in particular, I have felt like enough already.
I agree.
What in the heck is happening? And sometimes you're like, well, my life is just, right now, that's just the way it is. Everyone I talk to this year is like, what is going on?
Agree. it flipped a switch.
For sure.
And
all for different reasons.
Yes.
It's not, it's not like everyone is saying, oh yeah, my job, or oh my kids, or right. It's all different reasons.
I noticed that at the last part of 2024. I started noticing that. Like
Okay.
people were just like really in like their own thick of it, right? Everybody's own unique thick of it. But to your point, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But then when it turned to 2025, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that it got even worse. Like everybody.
So I apparently managed to escape for the most part in 2024 in December. I was feeling good coming out of the holidays into New Year's. I felt pretty good. At January 2nd, that was it.
Gotcha.
That was it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And it has been nonstop.
Yep.
Ever since.
It has been.
Yeah. So here's to hoping that by the time this airs, things have calmed down a little bit.
Cheers
and we
to
can,
that.
Yeah, we can just ease gracefully into spring. Because really, by the time our first episode of season 9 airs, it will be nearly March.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing
So
that.
almost
math.
spring.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yep, me too.
The closer that we can
Groundhog
get to
Day
spring.
for sure, I would say it will be.
Yeah. The closer we can get to spring, the better.
For
in
sure.
in my mind.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, these days where it is like overcast, and I don't get to see the sun.
Days on end of
Oh, my
overcast.
gosh.
Yeah.
I think
It's
this year has impacted me more, I feel
really?
like, than I have been impacted by that in the past. I've always been impacted by it,
Right.
but it's substantial this year. Like I cannot manage another moment without seeing the sun.
Yeah. I've really been taking a lot of vitamin D this year, and I think that has made a difference.
Yeah.
I too love to see the sun, but I'm not feeling so much like if I wake up tomorrow and I don't have some sunshine, I just not getting out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I've been taking vitamin D.
I probably need to supplement, and I
Yeah.
don't. I hate taking pills, so
I know.
it's hard for me to supplement. But
I totally get it, and I agree, but I hate the way I feel more than I hate taking
it's getting to that point for
supplements.
me.
It's too much.
So we live in a really old house, and it's cold upstairs. I mean, you've slept in my upstairs. It's cold. So we had just gotten through a really sharp cold streak.
Yeah, where
here.
it doesn't get to 0
Right.
Fahrenheit.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have blinds. So in the bedrooms, I'll close the blinds. It's not like room darkening blinds, but it does make
They're
it.
insulated a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it keeps it a little bit warmer, but it also doesn't allow the light to come in in the natural way for me.
Yeah.
So I have really hard time getting out of bed in the
because
morning.
the sun's not in your eyes.
Right. It's not dark. It just looks overcast in my
Yeah.
bedroom, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I cannot do it again today. And then I finally get up because I have like minutes left before
You have to start
working.
work. Yeah.
And I'm like, Lisa, if you would have just gotten up, you can see that the damn sun is shining. Your blinds were closed and you couldn't see it.
Oh.
That's what's telling me that
That's so interesting.
I need the sun
Yeah,
in a
you do.
really bad way right now.
For sure. That is very interesting. So it's almost like if your room were lighter,
Yeah. I'd be getting
even
up.
before your eyes were really open and your brain was awake and aware, it would be filtering through, so it's signaling to your body,
Yes.
it's time to get up.
Yes. And I generally do sleep with the blinds open because of that reason, because I like to see outside. I like to see when the moon is full and shining in on the floor, and, you know, the morning is starting and
Yeah.
and all of those things. But it's like a double whammy with this, because most of the days, it's also been very cloudy.
Yeah, it has been.
So
Yeah, and not cloudy, but no snow, a lot of cold. It's weird.
it is weird.
And then the down south in the United States had a lot of snow and a lot of cold and freezing rain and
Yes.
lots of trouble. And we're up here like, well, yeah, it's cold, but that's all we got.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It has been weird.
Yeah, it has been.
Anyway, I'm excited I'm just excited for the new season.
Me too.
I wrote a letter to my grandma the other day, and I filled a whole side of one page.
You did?
Bitching about January.
Wow.
She probably was like, Jesus Christ, girl.
Lisa.
Go find a different pen pal.
Yeah, right. It's something else to fixate on. Maybe you owe her a letter with nothing but sunshine. The next one.
I turned it around. It was a page and a half, so I turned it around.
All right, that's
She
fair.
had the whole other side of good things and then another half page.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm like, I should stop complaining now.
Right. I love that you do that with your grandma.
Yeah.
Your pen pals.
Yeah. She
It's not like you don't live close and don't see each other, but this was just a really very, very touching, like, private thing the two of you have.
Yeah. I actually started it a few years ago. And it was because I felt like I didn't have a relationship with my grandma. And it made me sad. Like, my husband, Scott, would talk about his relationship with his grandmas, both of them, in fact. And I'm like, I just don't have that. So,
Well, your grandma also has a lot more grandchildren than Scott's
Absolutely.
grandmas did.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The situations were very different, and that's all fine. But then I was like, I don't know how to try to build that, right? I was like 45, 47, 48,
Yeah.
49 years old. Like, I don't know how to build that. So I just started to write her. And then she would write me
she
back.
wrote you back.
Yeah. Since then, she doesn't write as much because she's
getting older.
she is. It's hard.
some
It's
health
hard for her
issues
to
for
write.
her, yeah.
Right. So I just write her every couple of months and bug her, and
I love that.
yeah, I hope that she appreciates it.
I bet she does, even if she's not in a place where she can write back to you.
Yeah.
And those are
that's what I say to
beautiful
myself
mementos
anyways.
and memories that you will always have.
That's what I say
love
to
that.
myself.
I love it. Yeah. And if she didn't like it, she would get word to you that you should knock it off.
Or she wouldn't, and she maybe just doesn't read them. But she says she hugs
does.
me at Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Or when you see
so
her, yeah. She does.
I think
she
we're okay
appreciates
still.
your letters. Just don't be so, gloomy.
grouchy. I know. She's like,
Or she is going to stop
"Seriously?
reading them.
Like, you've been only doing this for 51 years. I've been doing this for 92 or 93 years.
Right. If you don't start getting a little more chipper in your letters, she's going to start putting return to sender and not even
That's
open it.
possibly true. That would give me the hint to stop writing.
Right. I can't take any more.
No kidding.
Postman, just take this back.
That hasn't happened yet.
No, it won't. It won't. Your grandma's too sweet. She would never.
She is. So, well, that was
All
a
right.
long ass
Yeah,
snack.
it is a snack, yeah.
It was like a Big Mac
Well,
snack.
fine. That'll tide you over then for a couple more weeks, won't
Okay.
it? Okay.
We'll see you soon in season 9.
Season 9.
Bye.
Till then, toodaloo.